Good evening. I'd like to call the meeting for Town Council to order tonight. First order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. Just a reminder where we are. The meeting is being streamed live, so on YouTube and available there as well. First order of business is to approve the minutes from the previous meeting. A chance to look at that. Questions, concerns? Entertain a motion to approve those.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approve the claims and sign the bills.
I'll second.
Thank you, Harlan. Thank you, Les. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nothing for signing, correct? So we'll move on to the manager's report then. Bruce, I ask you. Will that work? Closer to the microphone.
The manager's report for the skate park was issued July 28th. CNR got back on site this week. They're starting to work on the drainage down there. Then they'll put the lighting in. And then the next step will be the curbs around the parking lot, the sidewalks in that part. So they're back on site as of yesterday. The regional sewer district monthly fee, remember we can raise that annually by 5%. So I'm asking your permission to raise that from $363.83 to $382.02 per connection starting September 1st. That's an annual increase that we can do.
We discussed that with them all first.
We don't
Have been involved in that, but we don't. The seven there,
Yes,
telling we was going to do such.
because that they're expecting it. And then the other item, well, if you will, I'm asking your approval to proceed with that.
Any questions, any objections on that, or concerns?
I'll make a motion that we approve the increase.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Les. Thank you. All in favor? Opposed?
The second part of that, the final draft of the proposed regional sewer district county court agreement, the 20-year agreement, it's nearly ready for your review. So when I get that back, I'll send that out via email. I'll send the original and the proposed one with the page of differences from me for you all to look at. And we can talk about that in the future and get your comments. I want your feedback on it before we do anything else. Number 3, Ron Shanty, he's retiring at the end of the year. It's not unexpected. When he took the job, he told me he was going to retire. He originally told me February, but now he's moved that back to December 31st. I'm working to find a suitable replacement for the wastewater superintendent that has a Class 3 license. I have it advertised statewide right now. There's really no one on the existing crew qualified to be the wastewater superintendent, and none of them have the Class 3 license yet. Rich,
How long do they have to wait from class 2 to 3?
a year.
I think we only have one that's.
I have one that's Class 2, and he's very young, very inexperienced. Sidewalk improvement at the intersection of Elm and Walnut Street. The field work's finished. I have the plans back prepared. I talked to you about this at the last meeting, and you told me you wanted all that concrete, no pavers or landscaping, if you remember that. So I have those final plans back, and I'm asking your approval, to go ahead and get quotes, have that work done, and bring it back to you for your approval.
I'll make a motion. Get the quotes.
Second.
Thank you, Russ, thank you. All in favor? Opposed?
Number 5, the no parking zone marker post I talked to you about. I've obtained permission from NDOT to install them. Remember, I talked to you about yellow posts, they want white ones. Yellow delineates something else, whereas white delineates like a white line on the edge of the highway. So they have some white delineation posts. So I have the cost of 25 of those is $1,964.50. I'm asking if you want to approve with that. Parking there at the no parking zone, as you know, has been a continual problem. Not only passenger vehicles, but food trucks on both sides of the street. That's something we talked about, so I'm asking if you want to proceed with that.
Our people, some,
They could. Yeah.
what's these guys cost?
Well, $595, and that's part of 1964. It's built in.
The reason we couldn't paint yellow lines instead of white lines there,
They want white.
we have a short curve.
They
You gotta find no
want
parking.
white.
You can't paint yellow,
NDOT painted those white. They want white.
and we have no parking things on top of the lines or in the lines, like some places, you know, where it says fire lane, and the striping's there. I'm just wondering if anything would help to keep from spending $2,000 to put posts up.
They're going
It's most stuff.
Yeah, well, my problem is ambulance goes one of them businesses there, we got those things in there.
Matter a couple weeks ago, yeah, with the, exactly what you said. Emergency vehicles, you have to get in there, you got a barrier.
They're plastic.
Well, it doesn't block them, I mean,
They're plastic.
so I mean, they're running over, are they like thin, flexible plastic, or are they?
They're just like what's on the slab bridge. But they're white. Yes.
So refresh my memory, is there anything down there that says that striped off is no parking?
Yes.
Just the
There's
lane?
signs up and the curb is parked yellow. The curb is painted yellow.
Not one side.
No.
I mean, if you get something running, it's all right.
So it's up to you. It's just something I asked, I talked to you about, you told me the prices, I got the prices. The 1964 includes the installation, Mr. Fisher, and I think the installation is $595. So we can knock $500 off of it and have Kenny install it. Oh,
He doesn't want to slab.
he has until we turn it over to the county, and now I'm at the county.
No, I'd be after that, can't be put in. $600.
It doesn't have a child.
So
It'd be, price down,
Emergency vehicle. Emergency vehicle access, not a.
It should
They
be
drive
all right over. I mean, they've been, that's kind of what they designed.
Yes. I'll make a motion to do it. And approve. Killing installment.
All in favor?
I would add to that, well, because I'm pretty sure that if memory serves, you were also at the same time you was asking, and about the stakes was asking about putting up the state law stop in the pedestrians running across.
yeah, I reported on that. They approved that.
They approved
They
that.
are going to buy and install.
They already.
Yep.
As I say, I have everything ready to talk about next night.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're gonna do it.
It's been approved, they're going to do it, they did work order, but they said it may be a while, because they worked into their, they had to order them, the bill installed, the paying for them and installed.
Okay.
The next item, hail damage. I met with the adjuster July 23rd. Hail damage was found on nearly every roof they looked at. Only 3 sites were undamaged. I didn't put it in here. I know you're going to ask me. The street department metal roof was not damaged back here. I think because it had trees behind it to help block it. And then there's 2 flat roofs at the old sewer plant that weren't damaged. All the other town buildings had hail damage to the roof of some form or another. The worst roof by far was the Gladys Booster. Down at the Gladys Booster, Gladys Tank. They recommended that it be replaced immediately or just as soon as we could get on there. So it'll be the council's decision what to do with the other ones. And then I told Sandra that I think they're planning on handling that all one big claim. I don't know how the deductible works on that, but I asked him, when the town hall was separate, they said, no, all we said to us is one package.
The one that.
I don't think so.
I have not received anything from the adjusters or the insurance company yet. I asked them, and I asked Jody about them. I have not received any of the estimates for anything yet.
Damage.
So we should put a big package together, but if that's what we're gonna do is put it out for a big package. There's a lot of stuff.
Whatever you tell me to do, I'll be happy to do.
We need information from the insurance to see if it's.
I would like to see it. I would like to see how much they're gonna cover. Because they could be telling us, no, it's 10,000 a building, or since we're gonna combine it, just do the 10,000. But I can try to get hold of Jody again tomorrow, but I think I would wait for the adjustment to see what they're saying.
You're gonna wait.
I'd wait.
Yeah.
Wastewater department lawnmower, I reached out to you by email about this. Judge Jacoby, it's a Kubota 125, bought it in 2017 for $5,000. They stated to repair the mowers between $1,500 and $2,000. I have, by your direction, I had 3 quotes for a new mower that's similar with a 54-inch cut. You can see the numbers there. John Deere was $5,999. Southern Indiana Equipment, which is a Hustler, $6,725. Jacoby Sales was a Kubota, $6,800. They did say there's no trade-in value on it. They didn't think they could sell it and get out of it what they would put into it for repairs. So I didn't know how we wanted to proceed on that.
These are commercial, right?
No, they're not.
No residential.
They're residential grade all of them. The only commercial mower we have is the one Kenny has.
We're doing the big.
Kenny has a Super Z.
I asked about the size, why it wasn't very big or that's sort of like you need it between all
60 inch won't fit between everything down there. It's not, you asked about commercial, it is not commercial. The only commercial one we have is the Super Z Kenny has. You can pay about $3,000 for the price. I didn't quote all of them. Jacoby did quote a commercial one, and it's about $3,000 more. If you want me to do that, I can get quotes on commercial more.
I kind of lean toward the repair and plan for replacement in the next fiscal year or something like that. I don't know. So 1,300.
They borrowed the old one from the street department, that's what they're using.
Well, I know I was surprised at the John Deere was big. I know, well, he was doing very well. I know he was doing all those John Deere, they have those spots. That's what all good. I know it was very good. And those sound comparable to me. Chris, do we have to go with the lowest price?
Just
They have a reason why. Good reason, they have problems with why they have theirs.
All three of them quoted were 54-inch.
Similar size.
They're all like 24, 25 horsepower.
Statute says you go with the lowest responsibility.
Is the warranty about the same? The warranty is on about the same? And then for servicing and stuff, like John Deere, that's pure Corey. So, but you will have something kind of close to you to improve the service.
So then you have equipment that Langsdale, of course, coaches that come on, they're gonna help you.
Okay.
Bruce and I had a conversation about the maintenance and schedule or such, and he's not take care of that.
I've already,
So we'll at least have a synopsis of what's going on there. So with that being said, there's a proposal, John. I just, let the motion on the, other motion, keep all that, so until we get this position structured. Take a look at how to handle that settlement option. See who be able to say.
Sounds like that's a case for this one here. Repairs for the more sort of.
That motion? Yes, sir. Okay.
I'll check this second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
number 8, icon lift station generator, CPU failed and needs to be replaced. Generator is inoperable until the CPU is replaced. They come in and sent me a quote, not to exceed 6,500. They think it can be less than that, but I'm going to give you the 6,500 number. I did this as an emergency, and the PO was already been issued. So the generator is not repaired.
This is lights, right?
Yes.
So we got two control processing unit, wastewater treatment plant,
No, that's the
and
icon lift station.
lift station.
And we assumed it was a lightning strike. It worked Sunday morning when the on-call guy made rounds, and Monday morning when Ron found that the generator was running for no reason. He couldn't get it to turn on. And, he called, troubleshot it. They said it was the CPU. They talked them through how to get it shut off, and they set it back out. And it wasn't CPU, and that's where it broke down.
So we don't have anybody else on board that looked at such things, so we just take the map back.
What was the question?
We do not have anyone else that we go to get second.
Cummins generator with Cummins. If it is Caterpillar generator, we use Caterpillar. Correct.
Well, yeah, I guess we didn't vote on that, I guess we had that, someone didn't have any choice, you don't have any choice there, so. I'll entertain a motion to.
I'll make that motion.
Thank
To
you.
replace that.
I'll second. All in favor? Opposed?
That's part of the PM on the, we have several.
Cummins, we have a contract with Cummins that come twice a year. All of them. Yes, sir.
We don't have an insurance claim on that, right? I think we're in the process of doing so.
Yeah, already have.
Did you get everything you need, ma'am?
I think so, yeah.
Number 9, the maintenance service truck. I talked to you all about that. We got a truck specification ready. I reviewed it with Dave and Ben, and John Jones helped us do the truck spec. It's a generic spec. And I'm asking you for permission to proceed to advertise for bids for that truck. It'll be at least 6 weeks before we can bid, and we have to give 30 days. It has to be in the paper 2 weeks in a row, 30 day notice to get bids back. So it'll be at least the end of September. I ask your permission if I can proceed to get the bids, bring it back to you for review and approval.
I'll make the motion.
A second.
All in favor? Opposed?
The grass letters we did last month, I went around and checked them all today. It wasn't all grass. 503 Floyd Street, furniture's still sitting out on the road. I did not see any change there. 119 Capitol Boulevard, it looks like nothing has been done there. 829 Capitol Boulevard, they did mow the grass and weeds, but the abandoned car is still sitting in the yard. There's no license plate on it. I don't know how, if the letter covered that or if that's separate. Okay. The car is still parked in the yard. The grass has been mowed. 112 West Beaver, which is over here, they did spray Roundup and killed everything, but it hasn't been cleaned up yet. The new ones that I have, 228 Elliott, neighbors are complaining there, junk chairs sitting by the road, by the house, a junk car in the backyard. I'm asking your permission for Mr. Bird to send a letter. I have some pictures if you want to wait and see that. 314 West Poplar is a vacant house right back here going to the sewer plant. Needs a grass cutting right there. It's probably 18 inches or 2 feet tall, which surprises me because they have kept that mowed, but not this year. I think they mowed it once, but it's out of hand, man.
Is that right next to Jerry?
It's the second house.
He knows it for years. He probably started on that.
We sent, 3 boys, of course, right?
Yes, sir. That's the first one I mentioned. Yes, sir.
I make a motion on 228, 314 West Poplar. Send a letter on that.
Second, thank you, Brian. They're all in favor? Opposed?
Number 13, I was informed yesterday the Popcorn Festival next year is going to be moved to July 10th and 11th, which is the weekend after the 4th. I think that's going to be the plan going forward. Have the weekend after the 4th. I don't know if you know that, but I'm just letting you know what I heard yesterday by the representative from the Popcorn Committee.
So festivities will be starting Friday evening and then roughly.
Yes, Friday the 10th.
Friday in the evening instead of all day.
Yeah. Yes, because the 4th was on Friday this year.
Your town representative is the.
And then the final thing I had, and you wouldn't believe it, but I've been getting Halloween trick or treating questions. I've had
You and me both.
10.
It's in the stores.
So I don't know if you want to decide tonight on Halloween for trick or treating for the town, so I can get it out there.
It's on the
31st is Friday.
That's right.
Trick or treating on Friday.
The rest of the store. Keep it there. Yeah.
Oh, and the parade and everything else will be on the 25th. Halloween parade is on the 25th, I know that for sure. So trick or treating on the 31st makes sense to me. Like that, motion. 25th is parade.
Second, I'm keeping Halloween on Halloween second. Thank you, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
And then the pictures, real quick. This is CNR working out the skate park today. They're working on the drainage out on the road. This is the part they could not do without getting permit. And, right on the edge of the white line here. So this is the drainage at the parking lot entrance. They were jackhammering out, the jackhammer's in the shade here. They're jackhammering out the actual catch basin on the side. It was poured in place, probably 18 inches thick. They couldn't cut it. I don't have pictures of Sunset Ridge and Eagle Ford. I was there today, and I'm shocked. There's no change there at all. I don't understand what's going on here. There's nothing there to take a picture of and send it in the last 2 or 3 times pictures. This is 228 Elliott. 228 Elliott. The chair set right on the edge of the road. The junk car in the backyard.
Is that the one on the corner?
It was very good.
The chairs are now sitting out front. I just saw them when I come here. Or sitting on the sidewalk.
Or it was a different chair.
I don't have, it looked very familiar, there's 2 of them. But I'm thinking, yeah, or for somebody to say, several people were slowing down. It took me a minute to get to the corner.
Bruce, as long as they're paying water bill and trash bill, they would call, they would pick that up on Friday.
Sure, second Friday of the month, we will pick it up free. Yeah. All I gotta do is call.
They had to call.
They had to call Sweetland, and Sweetland would schedule it, they call it a bulk pickup. And they would do it the second Friday of every month.
One item, just one item now. If they have, 2 mattresses, they will pick up one for free, but they will charge for the other. It is just one item that they pick up for free.
And also,
Yes,
if you have a pile of stuff, they'll talk to you and charge you.
yes.
So that's the chair, and this is the car in the back. You'll pick it up. This is the house I was talking about down here on West Poplar. The door's standing open, the grass is probably close to 2 feet tall. I only two of them.
That is phone number, just let them, I couldn't track you.
There's 2 of them there, one around the corner they own also.
I talked to them several times over the years, they're gonna fix them up, and George Gerald's got too high, and he didn't even want to buy his wife, wanted to buy the place. But they bought both of them at the same time. The auction.
This is Foundation Way out here, the entrance to the YMCA. County let that get out of hand, and I called them, and they did send a truck, or a tractor and a mower out and mowed it. So I don't know if you saw that mow, but that's one I took care of.
It's a lot better.
Yeah.
They didn't go across the street, Bruce. Have we contacted the man that's in charge of the loan for the state? I haven't, I don't have it.
About in front of Cedar,
See, court,
Court.
all the way down, both end buttons on the bridge.
They used to have someone to take care of that, didn't they?
Yes, they did. A couple of my friends said they looked many times years ago, they bought all the time. It's so challenging.
Oh, yeah.
They don't charge you anything now. The deal here was put in at the sewer plant, that's Pat Newman installing the sensors and the electronics, and Ron is very happy with him. He can watch the deal on his phone 24 hours a day, and also the computer in the office, and you can get a chart showing what the dissolved oxygen is over time. So that part is done, and then the next part, we start shutting stuff down and changing the chemical dosages. And I keep track of all the costs in the spreadsheet.
We have a computer in the WWTP now.
Laptop. Big change.
Good job.
Big change. He has a laptop and with an external keyboard, mouse, and monitor, so when he goes in, he plugs in and uses a full size. Big change. This is our maintenance crew. We had a meeting, we're working in our AMC parking lot this morning. None of you probably saw it. 4-inch cast iron main broke under the parking lot there. It was split out 6 feet, so it didn't take a while to get fixed. They got it turned on about noon, or a little after noon, all flushed out. Cleaned everything up, put the hole back in the ground, and we'll have some paving to do there in a few weeks.
Whatever that truckload of red label that
There was 2 truckloads coming out. They stayed in contact with Dave Ledger at RMC. RMC brought in some 40 cans for the employees. Things were okay, but it was just one of those deals. So we could have put a clamp on it pretty quick, but when the line split out 6 feet, you got to dig more out, and you got to cut it out for feet in. It's time consuming. That's all I have. Unless you have any questions.
This morning when I was going to work on Capitol, I come down and go up there, make a right. That property was 2-story houses, but water line. Hose on, water lines, both to the house. I would assume you don't like if that water comes in on the backside of your house. I'm sorry, okay, that's there. So water lines, how they come into your home there.
It's an alternative, I was in off of, Park.
Pretty soon, that's all you got to do.
So it's the house on the corner between the others.
If I want to check that.
Okay.
All right, next piece of
We never see anyone from, River Service regarding the building under roof, they never come to me or anything. No input.
Just general ground, 2 buses, only we met with them multiple times before the construction started, yes. We met with them multiple times, laid out the water line, water sewer, yes. But since the construction started, no, I've emailed them a couple of times about when they're going to get it done.
Okay. Crosswalks.
Well, that's on the agenda. Anything else?
Good.
Next up on the agenda, approval for the executive meeting minutes from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I've got actually 3. I sent them all to you all in the email, just so you would know which ones I was referring to, because I've got 3 that needs to be signed.
Okay.
So if you all approve those meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
Second, Charles, all in favor?
And then the next thing is the police department has no printer upstairs. The great big one that was down here that got moved up. The police said they called it Big Bertha. I don't know. It was when they replaced that one with the one that we have down here now. That one has laid down. It is no longer working. We can't too much to repair it. So I contacted Duplicator Sales to see about a lease like what we have, and we contacted M&M copiers or whatever. Duplicator Sales is cheaper, it's only $85 a month. The lease are 60 months. You pay for the paper that you use the printer, just like what we do on ours. But M&M, they want everything up front. They want, theirs is a little bit less, I think like $65, but it's not a very compatible printer. But they want a lot of money for the paper that the prints that they may not even use for quite a while to obtain that balance. So the police department would like to see if you all would approve and allow Paul to sign this lease agreement for the $85 a month, so they can get their printer copier.
One song.
Yes, the duplicator. Yeah, it will let them scan and fax and everything, whereas I don't think the other one with M&M will allow them to scan or fax, one of the two.
So a little cheaper, but there are good reasons to go.
Yes. Yeah, I think we get a little bit better of a deal, and because we already have one, the duplicator sales now, that I think Tracy did a lease with.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Okay, I do have some more stuff that's not on here because it was late.
Okay.
We did get, I got an issue that I would like to talk with Chris about. Every year we have to send hydrant and sprinkler invoices to all the businesses. Well, we sent it to the YMCA. We sent the hydrant sprinkler invoice to them in March. We also they had some work done in the soccer field. There was a meter, a 5/8 meter that was moved at the soccer field. This was done March also. We have not received payment from the YMCA regarding this. I have sent them an email. I have called, the utility girls have called. We still have not received payment. And it's like $2,651 and change. I would like to see if there's something that we can send to them to get payment on us. I sent it to the attention of Andrew Sell, who is apparently the president of the board or whatever there. Okay, so he is not, we've been trying to get payment for this, so I made some recommendations on getting them back. I can, yes, I can send it to you. We also received on Main Street, invoice about $1,000 for last over list. Sponsorship. Well, we did about 1,000 last year. But I believe that they did not. I'm thinking that the rest of it was one of them that they did not really acknowledge the sponsorship. I don't know if I don't know if it was that one or another event, but it's going to do it last year. But this, they were saying it was about right, so that's up to you all. I know we can't do donations and we can't do certain things. I'm not fully aware about my sponsorship.
I mean, is that different than what we've done with sponsoring? I mean, I know we were on the banner for
But I didn't know. I was say, I don't remember seeing any invoice. But this, there was an invoice, I mean, we did send them $5,000. But there, I don't know, it was the signature on that, that they did not have the local town. There's a lot of, I mean, I have to let you all look at this, the sponsorship is a lot of, publicity, you get access to the VIP food section, you know, there's a lot of things, but that's.
We did, yeah, we did that, and I don't, last year, I know we've done something like that, and then, Janelle provided a list of, to detail what the money was going for.
Yeah, this is what the sponsorship was, this is how it is, this is what Main Street, the Abbey sent me.
So this is not necessarily a sponsorship, but is this part of the 75,000 we give to Main Street to put on events?
It is part of the, it is specifically, she's got specifically for sponsorship.
But it's already, I think the question is, it's already budgeted for Main Street.
It could be part of that 75,000, yes.
Because that's part of that.
Yeah.
It might be just be the person working out. It might be just say let's have a conversation.
Yes, it could be, you know, she's new and not sure. She'll be here next week. So she will be here next week.
All in favor of tabling that?
Got a question for Chris. Do we have a final, draft of the parking ordinances? Okay. Okay.
I didn't get anybody had any suggestions changes. So, I don't know, you want to, I don't know if everybody can do it or.
And it goes to the town of Corydon, right?
Basically, 4% you got. No parking, no park place, cause a parking place, in street, public parking lot, regardless of whether attendant is more than 72 consecutive hours, or it's not be part of that. First, and then disregard that. And you just contact them. And I think I put an email that I suggested, but that's not, you know, file it, we towed it, and the phone number that they called. Yeah. Or they can get their car, unless you guys just want to deal with it. So you're ready for it, I think it. You can introduce the time, you can told them at the next meeting. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
First, we'll start looking at what on signage.
I'll also have here for, Jill, the draw request or the pay request number 33 for the Harrison County Community Foundation, the DLC. I got that letter for you first to sign, and then Jill has also asked me to have you to sign this as the Community Crossing Action Grant closeout. She has asked me to have you to sign that one also. Other than that, there's stuff you want to say. Okay.
Street department, the next four things would be, street department dump truck, we did do a public bid on that, we received one bid back from Rules Colorado. Total, cab chassis and the dump bid, $134,389.23. 134,389.23. If you remember, including the bed. Yeah. If you remember, we got 93,500 or 800 when we sold it. I did write that down. When we sold the two Packer trucks.
About 40,000 difference.
Right. Your turn.
We good, Madam Treasurer?
Yes.
Make a motion.
Order.
Second.
Thank you, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Tank cleaning.
The tank cleaning quotes, I sent out five, contacted five companies, I got two bids back. This is for 4 water tanks, Lidas, the south tank, the west tank, and the east tank. If you remember, the north tank was painted. So it's okay, so four tanks, exterior only, top to bottom. Kearns Construction, they're out of Kentucky. $34,345. McGuire is out of South Dakota. They have crews to run the combination. $50,832.50. So I recommend you accept Kearns. $34,345.
Good, Madam Treasurer?
Yes, sir.
So moved on motion to confirm 34K.
I'll second. Thank you, all in favor?
School crosswalk, or, meter registers.
Meter registers, we bought 150 back in March. Those have been changed. They changed, about 480 this year. They did about 500 last year. So they're out, and they're asking me to do another purchase order, 154 for $30,000.
This is getting kind of in technology.
Changing out the type 3 meter to the type 4, which reads better in the AMI system. They are finding several issues when they're changing it, so it's a good thing to do. But I'm asking you to approve 150 meters from utility supply for $30,000.
Yes, sir. With that,
To approve purchase of meter registers, 150 each.
All in favor? Opposed?
You want me to stay up at the crosswalks?
Yeah. So the school crosswalks, if you, Bruce, you give us the numbers and some conversations about it. We're looking at the painting, and then there's some additional signage. It's gonna be about 30,000.
Yes, I met out there with, there were probably 10 people there. Dr. Easter was there, Heritage Engineering was there, CNR Construction was there, and then several other people from the school corporation. 2 principals was there. And 3 superintendent, he was there. And so the conversation this morning, Dr. Easter couldn't be here because he has a school board meeting tonight. He is presenting this meeting. The signs alone are $27,000 for push across crosswalk signs like we had down here at Central Park, back to back. And they want 2 crosswalks, one in front of the high school, close to where the patrol one is, and one down across the building, close to where that is. What you approved already is to design Heritage Engineering, I think it was $5,000 contract. That's done. So, Dr. Easter is going to his board tonight and asking if they will split 50-50 with town council up to $50,000. That's what he told me he was going to present to them. CNR is already on site working for the school corporation, doing a lot of construction out there. So Dr. Easter's idea is if you approve this, go ahead and have CNR paint the crosswalks and do the concrete work and install the pedestals. And all of the signs, all of those come in, split 50-50 up to $50,000.
Sounds better.
That street is.
Right there, so it's showing some painting.
yeah. I make a motion to.
The second on that. I'll second. All in favor of the 50-50 split, school corporation? Aye. Opposed?
With your permission, I ordered signs in the morning, even though the 50-50 split is 25,000, I'd like to order the signs for 27,000.
Can you find out if the school board agreed to 50-50 split before we order this?
Yes.
That would be lovely to know that first.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's find out first. Let us know.
I like to get them ordered right away, because the signs, they may get crosswalks painted before school starts next week, the signs absolutely. Just like my continual process, flashing LEDs, sectional, push across. So, same signs.
All right, then, Chris. Next up, the new car show.
Good evening, folks.
I'm here to request permission for the annual car show on October the 19th. That's the third Sunday, of course. Showtime will be between 12 and 4. We'd like to have the streets of Beaver and Elm blocked off around 10:30 so we can allow folks to get into church on that morning. And so this will be the 40th year of the car show. It's going on. And this will also be the last year that Hoosier Knobs will be sponsoring it. So, let's see if we can get the streets blocked off for Beaver now on October the 19th for the final car show sponsored by Hoosier Knobs.
Main Street.
Good for you. You want to talk about
All in favor?
Thank you, folks.
What time is that?
Showtime is 12 to 4, block streets off 10:30.
Right, next up, Mark's Ranch, Harrison County trustee. Harrison Township trustee.
I come over tonight to just ask the board for consideration about a project we have found that the restroom that we built is very much a success. And even all the talk here tonight, all the festivals and parades and things like that, it was something. We'd like to get into a interlocal agreement with the town to build a restroom on the east side. That's for, we have a couple of considerations after that reading. One rise down, we have a question because of all the districts there. The closest of the ones sort of the outside of the bridge, those key partners don't be. Also, a consideration of the town owns over and the that's all goes to the one there and so we'd like to propose after consideration to put one in the parking area of the cozy house across the street. We have in the there was consideration that might be a little bit bigger. Getting access to the parking, get the balls in my to the rest of the parking. I think the place to put it. Just like you did in the town, they insist on the rest of the township. I think people use, I think we probably know that. Some places on the south side, they don't have like really too, but I don't think that we'll ever build too many. With the expectation of the growth that we're experiencing, the different festivals and the things going on. It's not as a big deal in the fall of the year as winter months as it is in summer. Spring, summer, fall, I think it'd be well used in those times when we have all of the festivals, gatherings, walks, parades, and everything like that. I think that even in times like in the greatest crowd, seeing for maybe years as the popcorn festival went, as it re-established itself, and that's just I think we had several down there that probably live streams. I think it needs to consider the fact that enter into with the town. To be a turnkey project, we take a lead in doing that, and we get done with it to turn over to the town for maintenance. So this is just like the same thing we got. Any questions?
Now, first, any concerns, water available pretty easily.
Water is
Right there.
I think it's good to do a lot less than this one, that, because this is, we have things like that, so I think it'd be pretty easy to do. Trying to find out how we get, how we get some money. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It would be more used without social. And I know the way the one foreign market is like this, would be opposed to putting like this and this. But the understanding down, you know, a lesser amount of overhang from is not part of the lesser. It would still give you access to back through there without having problems.
That one's used a lot over there. There's a lot of plumbers and electricians and
I think just.
well, when we first looked at that earlier, where the dog and red vans are parking right beside the folks that was looking at the first 2 or 3 parking spaces. Like they were right there, where vans can still go in, cars can still go in. You might as well turn the walkers over and cut it once they see it. And something on that side.
Yeah, this from the last meeting on, human resource. I drew, job title. Everybody had copies of this to talk about the last time for this discussion. We would talk about in this meeting to move forward with it. So, the motion to move forward, I've seen these last couple of weeks, look this over, I can give any comments, on it. Trying to, comment on it. We just need to decide, this is what we're doing, and also.
Last week, and it's county doesn't have one. You know, so many points to be there. County kind of does have shed sharks, yeah. But we've got a lawyer that from Coastal County takes care of it. It's a real problem. That's one that we call. That person doesn't take care of all.
Do we have enough employees to keep them, or when you pay everything,
Probably so, yes. And then the other week that I realized that was it actually started as a part-time and developed into a full-time position. depending on the way the world working, I think it behooves us to have an HR representative for our employees, not only to protect our employees, but to protect us. It's not a table or any other questions. It's a transaction. That's just what's tracked. It would be very helpful with like the insurance and like the yearly enrollment and going through the applications and all the changes that employees make that act like, you know, bit more reactions on, and that keeps me from working on the best. And I got auditors here, just to pay for my audit. And it would keep it a little bit, because they would have to have all kinds of stuff to do. The only time now they come once a year and I send their notification, but very few employees come to talk with them. There was just a handful of the workers that come on. But the other ones, and I can tell them is, you know, the town that's in this amount, the town is that I'm still, you know, you know, I can't advise. So it was just a person that's a little knowledgeable and trying to set up the program and everything like that. So yes, because there's a lot of things that you can't get with the handbook. And you know, you're trying to work on it, you get to do it. Also, everybody, we have spreadsheets that we have to write down. All of these things for the everything has to go, we have to go through employees different changes. And it's tedious, and if you once you start on it, and you start getting these interactions, is there people to make a mistake? And it's very kind of mistake on the insurance. Does everyone do a lot more than insurance? We have multiple sites. One really has 42 people in it. It has an HR manager that takes care of all this. Our building, my building has 7 people. We have a person that takes care of that. And the buildings are 2 miles apart. We have 2 people, really, less than 100 people. And we have this HR. What do we do? What is that? This is all right, but in a range of 45 to 85.
49,000.
Yeah, I mean, we have locals that are in that category too. So, it depends on the level of knowledge and where they're at within the that's just. And for a time, you might be able to find someone that is maybe a retired person that only wants to work for time, and that's what they did. Their knowledge is there, you know. I think it would be our opportunity, especially when we would like to get, policies and procedures put into place,
Yes.
stabilize where we are, and if you find in a year that you got all that taken care of, and you don't need this position now, so I think this time we need to.
That's because you're making sure that the control people would be able to concentrate on just that stuff. They would be doing all this, the PO, the invoicing, the budget, the like, they would have to be, they would have to work on that. Just insurance agent, it's like, all that stuff. They would just be concentrated on one subject.
I have one question. Will this person receive plans about needs or
An individual situation where they have somebody to actually go to if you wanted to, harassing a claim or something. Yes,
that person has answers to be?
yes. She, hiring process. That's the ask, we never let people let it decide. That was good for them.
Yeah, they would be able to make sure that the paperwork was all done, the background check was done with the police station. We have some of the people that are qualified for whatever position or whatever that is.
Yes, and they were in part-time, but we in a different situation. That's one.
Yes. Because I'm not saying.
So we determine what that salary for a part-time person is and what it is. An hour rate or a salary, whatever we decide. It's like the hour, it's a salary for the position. I can amend this document for you, and depending on how we handle benefits for a part-time individual.
Yeah, I was saying mostly part-time people now, they don't receive benefits.
Right, so I don't know if we need any type of benefit structure to individual. But that's the two things we have to decide. I agree, however, actually, so that structure will be one.
You said the county is. We're not voting to hire somebody right now, right?
What's the system?
What do we do?
Those posts for a part-time position, they should be in this.
Okay, so go part-time, and do we need to figure out salary range for the payment plan before we post?
Yeah, that's probably.
I want to, let's figure out.
I don't know, okay,
What do you use as salary, whatever.
we need to put a range on there because that will be out people that. They're expecting more, just need some range to give a person an idea of what it is.
So you're going to offer your salary, because that's the person.
If there's anything else, then we will go to those.
they, as far as their pay, how much you decide to pay, and all that, is that what we're coming for us for recommendations?
You are deciding their salary and stuff.
I think we can decide that.
Yeah, you are decide that. Yeah, I just, yeah, I don't know, nothing to do with me, that's you. Yeah. Did you guys have the?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Here's what's going around there. I'm also not anywhere you said job description. Salary. And they were going to
Just a little bit, because a lot of those years were full time, but the initial target was.
Part-time, we thought, benefits, part-time
I was looking for something to be.
Yeah, I mean, that's. So much experience anyway. And there could be someone that's like, okay, I can start full time, I want to be part time, you know.
They have kids and they're trying to be like online for work.
There might be another part time job, but this one's gonna be a second one, I don't know.
So was it the salary range 45 to 85, right?
I think it's what they're saying.
45, that's your.
That's just trying to get
Which is that's roughly, I mean, so 25-ish an hour, starting something that 25, 30 an hour.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Right.
It's just throw a range out there and then determine it based on experience. So we're thinking 20 to 30 range, hourly an hour.
Like a $30 an hour range.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it was.
So
We really got one that's lawyer.
So motion on table then to move forward posting for part-time with salary range 20, 30 an hour. We can, after talking on the hiring process.
And no benefits initially unless we find that that's a showstopper on hiring somebody.
Always change it. Yeah, you all can always change it, yeah, like others, we hold the same, yeah.
Alright, so the motion on the table then for that, I think that's all in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Alright, Harlan, definitely pass to the board members, disposition surplus supply. Currently, we don't have anything in our policy, but we did get the higher. Chris and I spoke about this. The statute cover that, but we don't have anything in our policy that tells the individual who, what, we want in a house, they have to be friends with the board, or be coming back to it's salvageable or not salvageable. It's a matter of, do we want to spend $1,500 to $2,000 to fix it? And then what do we do with it? If we don't fix it, obviously we go to John, here's what we have to spoil. Very first is so can come up with a salary statement. This would give us guidelines that put in our policy. I gave it to Chris, he's got a couple of things, one check on this, one different thing. Two is that. So I'll be asking you all to,
Doctor, this and present.
yeah, Chris's. There are statutes on real and personal property disposition. Basically, anything that has been in the value
maybe scrap or junk or whatever, but there are also some things in the statute about when you can make donations to the entities or to certain processes, certain processes, like agricultural, educational, agricultural, purposes, that's the function. Yeah, keep it in the spirit of law, in the sense that, like, if you have 10 widgets that you want to have value of $25, keep paying $500 is the kind of value. You have 10 of them, let's say $50, if you have 10 of them, you're going to junk those. Well, the spirit is you have 10 of those that you get $50 value. That really is $2,500, not $50. So you got to kind of be careful how you if you have a lot of scrap metal or whatever that individually has little value, but you can sell for cumulative $500 or more than I would say you go through the normal sale disposition process. So I'm saying certainly you can move forward with this, but there are some things where there's already statutory guidance on how you're disposed of both personal and real property. So that would supersede anything that's in a policy.
If you tie this to that and make them cohesive, so then we have a document that is specific as
Yeah,
ties it together from this baseline on road.
yeah, I just got time, so I can look it over.
So, your motion.
You can send me what we work for, that way I don't, appreciate it. If you don't have that time,
It might work.
So your motion for Chris to back up, Chris to read it out. I would second that. Activity.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Any other issues on board and business?
You see, before all of their just.
I
I have something that nobody else wants to do. Hey, we'll pass it on, please, just like this. So I would like to present a motion based on Facebook that any and all Facebook posts town Corydon makes that comments are disabled. It is just an information platform that we want to share. The street is closed, or there's a rainbow out the window, whatever we want to share. I would like to have all comments turned off, because we've got examples here on Facebook of things that have been posted and in comments and then banter back and forth between town and individuals that I don't think necessarily is the spirit of this is a government entity. And I've had people ask and comment on responses on Facebook, and if we turn comments off, then there will be no responses or there will be questions on. So,
Chris, is that legal? Or as long as it's just your page? Well, I'd seen some in the news, like organizations saying you can't shut off if there's issues with government entities. So they're not doing that. Maybe they're organizations or something.
I'm not aware of that.
and as far as Facebook posts are concerned, Bruce, is it you and Mark, the only ones that are posting this stuff?
Yes.
Does anybody agree, approve, or anything on what is posted on the town's behalf? You just do whatever you want.
I do 90% of it myself.
Can you disable comments on Facebook?
Absolutely. And of course,
Does anybody have a problem with that? I can say something, bantering back and forth, it's unprofessional. come in.
Okay,
As long as it's, if we verify that it's legal, there's no issue with that. Can we vote for pending verification?
Watch this table for the next meeting.
Okay. Motion to table until next meeting. Legalities of this. You second on that? Second. That's all in favor? Aye. Opposed?
And I have more. It's a big one. I received a request from Larry Schill, so this information is on his behalf because he could not be here tonight. And it's in regards to the, wagon rides for the lights at Christmas that starts, the Saturday after, or the Friday after Thanksgiving. So it will be, so November 28th through December 21st is when they do the hay rides through the park. Mrs. Claus and Santa and the Candy Kitchen and all that goes on that they normally did from the Rec Center. They want to move it this year to the Discovery Center for ease of access and also to have brightening the town as far as other buildings and other activities going on during those weekends. The mayor would like to request the closure of Cherry Street. This little short street right here between us and the Democrat on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings, starting from basically 2 o'clock until the last wagon ride, which is 11. We would like to use that for the loading and unloading zone because trying to stop traffic over in front of the Rec Center with wagons sitting there at skinnier road. We were running into some issues with pedestrian safety. So they would like to request that closure, and what they have said is if we would give them 4 stall horses for that, they would come out of the front and the back end of the street when necessary on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then store them against the Discovery Building there in that kind of handicap parking area against the handicap ramp for the week, so you didn't have to transport them back and forth for that, whatever 6-week period. So,
What was those days again?
November 28th, which is the Friday, Black Friday, or the Friday after Thanksgiving. And then the last wagon ride is December 21st, which is the Sunday before Christmas.
I'll get the restrooms in. Start with
28th of November.
What's the Christmas?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
So sometime Friday, you drop the stall horse off, and I could afford, like 2 at each end, and then they can manage them.
Is that good? So on Friday, this is like, is there any of the way town is considered? That's why.
It shouldn't, because they'll be able to just come down Oak and pull them.
And you guys just leave out the back too.
Yeah, we don't hardly use Cherry Street. The police officers are the only ones that do, so. Oh, you do?
What do I have daily, so.
Yeah, no, it won't affect us at all. It's just another excuse for individuals to, I guess, not big a deal.
we make a motion, and I second it.
So I'll make a motion.
Somebody second. Oh, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
All right, thanks, I will bring them.
Anything else?
I think that's
Anything else?
I think you guys have mentioned this, I don't know if you think contact anybody else or not, this motive that wanted to basically buy out or leave some power. And I basically told them, if we're interested in this, I would bring it up at the meeting. And I also told them that they had interest. My son is an attorney, I'm not a town board member, you know, they could request me on the agenda, I don't think they will, they're out in California. I don't was one or two individual responses, I want to confirm that there was no interest.
Our motion is no interest, leave it as is.
Yeah, I'll second that.
So I will let them know that, just things that they have to contact me if they want it. When I get it, on the agenda.
Chris, you should see the form on that.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. First opinion, right? All right. Let's speak about
Opposed? Again, thank you. Appreciate it.
This is.
Hey, Mark.